Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be somebody else? Happy new moon in Cancer. So we have a new moon that is conjunct Mercury retrograde. There are other heavy aspects in the sky, but those are the two I want to focus on today. The new moon, the sun conjunct the moon in Cancer, right next to Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde has to do with our perspective from Earth, our own perspective up to the sky. So we feel like Mercury like stood still and then started going backwards, even though it's just our own perspective that has changed. I think this is a great kind of analogy for the mystery of what other humans' inner life is composed of. So Cancer, where the new moon is, where the sun and the moon are, is the archetype of home, of nurturing, of roots, of history, but it also refers to our inner life. And this place that is the most personal, intimate part of you is also really the gateway to your own spiritual work and practices. So for every individual, their inner life is the way they can contact the spiritual realm. Now back to this thing, like, can you imagine being somebody else? It's so hard because we are in our inner life, our whole life. And so, I'm the most normal person I know. You're the most normal person you know. But yet the perspective others have of us may be wildly different. This mystery has to do with the time that we're living in. So with Cancer's connection to history, we want to look back to a long, long time ago, over 2,000 years ago, when the human consciousness was different and when there really was, much more of a formulaic way to ascend into spiritual hierarchies. There was usually somebody who was basically a midwife to your spiritual development, a guru, a wise person that you're following. And because of the kind of spiritual anatomy, I want to say, of the cosmos, and there was a possibility that you just had to follow these outward certain steps to climb up that ladder of the hierarchy and become more initiated in your spiritual work. Now, because there has been a change for every single human being on earth, whether they know it or not, has been affected by the incarnation of a God into a human body here on earth. And that incarnation of Christ into the Jesus child actually affected not just Christians in the future from that moment, but every single human being, and actually affected the very earth itself. And so that is why in our modern spirituality, we actually go through our inner life to get to the spiritual realm. Now, this pathway is not unique to Christians. And that's what makes it kind of so cool, is that this event that happened changed all of Earth, all of humanity, but it doesn't take away our freedom and it doesn't take away our path. What's so scary about our modern spiritual journey is that it's a journey of individuation, which means that there's no one formula to fit everybody. It also means that we're alone on it. I mean, yes, we have support, we can have Sangha, we can have guides, and we want to make sure that we're following our heart. But ultimately, it is your individual path that will really have spiritual repercussions for you. Just like we've all gotten to today with a different history in our biography of this lifetime, a different set of karmic responsibilities and challenges to face in this lifetime. We have so much uniqueness now that is really the kind of the kernel of the juicy work. And this lesson from Mercury retrograde is to look inward, to reimagine things, You know, we can't change the past, but we can actually get like new perspectives on things that have happened. We can find new, reimagined, recreative ideas about who we are, even. So during this new moon, really plant the seed of whatever it is that would support you being more yourself, that holy and beautiful, most normal being that you are. I love you so much.